Hello, everybody, and we got somebody that already. There we go.
Oh, we got
To
Charles.
another week of Grumpy's Coffee
Uh,
Shop, and let me start by saying hello to everybody here. And let me go over it. So let's start with Art. Art. You were first in. Wait a minute,
yep.
we're in the wrong damn place here.
Yeah, wrong box. There
There
we
we
Yeah,
go.
go.
that's
Yeah, you're right over
There
there.
we
And
go. Now we got
yeah.
it right. All right, that screwed me up. So, oop, I better put on my on air button.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Uh, so how's your day been, Art?
Busy. Busy. They had us work overtime at work. Got out to drive home and it rained on the way home. So got a nice uh, shower, got my car wet, and just got home. Basically, just ate dinner and got on the YouTubes and been watching videos before your show.
okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's what I was doing. I was watching disasters or stuff that was filmed just a few minutes before uh you know they were filmed just before it started, and it's like
Mm.
there's this no, I'm not going to talk about that one. I was going to talk about this movie theater, but I've changed my mind.
Oh, okay.
but there was, when it just ask me later about the movie theater, but
Okay.
wait a while and I'll tell you about it. But
Okay.
anyways, uh
Mhm.
yeah. So, like one of them, there was this gold mine where they had been mining, and apparently where they took their milled dirt and they kept stacking up higher and higher, and then all of a sudden it decided to bust loose, and they had a landslide that it looked like a mudslide. I mean, it just,
Uh-huh.
oh my
Yep.
god, it ended up killing 7 people, and they ended up putting the some of the guys ended up in jail. It was in China though, so
Oh,
so there was, but yeah, it was, but it was owned by it was owned jointly by a company in China and a company in Colorado.
Oh,
oh.
okay.
It's a mining company from Colorado that owned it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So,
Yeah.
anyways, let's move on to Dominic. Dominic, so how's your day started out?
Well, it's been warm and wet.
Warm and wet sounds
It's
like
one of
my
those
ex-girlfriend.
humid, convectively charged where the sky is pretty angry.
Uh, Yeah, that does sound like my ex-girlfriend. Yeah.
Ah, just
Oh,
one of those days
I
where,
should have muted him before he ever
yeah,
spoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just one of those days where it's the sky is angry and the weather is pretty dreary, but there's a cool change about to happen. And after having a beautiful day yesterday where we're in the mid 70s, we've gone back to the mid 60s now. We're just
Yep.
waiting for it to hit 80 Fahrenheit.
Yeah. Yeah. So Charles, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, Lloyd. But my mom and I went
Your
to.
volume's way down.
Oh, again?
Yeah.
Yeah, again. Another
Again?
Windows update.
I don't do Windows. Let's see here.
Hmm.
Well, go in there
All
where
right.
Yeah, I'm on my way. Um,
yes, yeah, because
whoa,
what I have to do
what
is go in
happened?
s-
Is that better?
barely still.
Holy crap. Okay, how about that?
Well, it sounds like you're talking from a different mic than your normal mic.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, hold on.
That little arrow next to the little microphone in uh,
Well,
the studio here.
taking the it's taking it from the right source, the correct. Oh
Do
wait.
you have more than one source listed?
Yeah.
There
Okay,
you
How's
go.
how
That's better.
Oh well, okay. Now I have to calm that down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
calm down, Charles.
Yeah. What I have to do is I usually have to go in and deselect the one I had, select the other one, then go back to the right source. It's one of the
Okay, is this
idiosyncrasies of this. I don't know why.
Mhm,
okay? There we go. That looks better.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounded much
mhm.
better.
Mm.
Okay, good. Now, like I was saying, um, I've had a good day, but Mom and I went to the holiday section of Dollar Tree, so now I and my mother are both covered in glitter.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Nice.
Because yeah.
Hello,
Yeah.
Lon.
Hey, Lon,
Hey,
Mark,
Lon.
and
Yeah.
Mark are white.
Mark.
Yeah. So, well, I've checked up on all of us here. So now I'm going to say good. I'm going to say hello to everybody in the chat.
Yeah. Mhm.
Let's see. We got Don. We
Don.
got Steve Janess. We've got Arco and Charles and AZ Drone Dude.
Yep. That's
And
David.
David, yeah.
Mhm.
And we got Mark. That's Mark.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mark, in case you guys didn't know. Mark, our wife. And
Hmm.
we have some knothead named Londa on the chat. I don't know if he got on there or not. Different mic. Yeah. Yeah, it did, Mark. You're right. So,
Hmm.
anyways, welcome to the show, guys. And we'll see if it picks up. You know, this is, it seems to like when we start switching from the end of summer, the beginning of summer, it slows way down. Then it starts picking up as summer goes on. Then when you get to the end of summer and starting into fall, it drops again. Then it starts picking up again a little bit later. So maybe by next month, it will.
Hmm.
Sure, that's how you got to cover it. That's how you. Oh, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. It's a good cover story,
Hmm.
Charles. You sure that's how you got covered in glitter?
Hmm.
Sure, that's how you got covered in glitter.
Yeah.
There's a guy that got canceled, Gary Glitter.
Mm.
Yeah, you won't hear that song anymore at sports arenas.
Yep.
No.
The what? What I miss?
Oh, the Gary Glitter song, rock and roll. Dun, dun, dun.
No.
Hey!
No. No.
Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun. Yeah, you hear it at every
Yeah.
baseball
We
game.
don't need to discuss that.
Yeah,
Well, see, there's the problem. I don't go to baseball games. I don't watch football
you
games.
don't watch baseball or football, basketball on TV. They even play it on TV.
No,
Huh?
I don't watch sports at all.
You don't? Oh, you
No,
commie.
I watch highlights. I like to watch the highlight reels.
Oh.
That's the only good part of the game. I can watch the 20th best baseball moments of 2025 so far, and
Hmm.
probably seen the only good moments during the whole friggin' season because the rest of the time they're just standing around scratching their butts looking for something to do. That's yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. No, I don't watch sports, never have.
Huh. Okay.
Closest I,
Good
the
for you.
closest I get to sports is sports entertainment. And
Ah,
occasionally I'll watch WWE, but that's it.
ah,
You know, I haven't watched a live show in probably 3 or 4 years now.
huh.
And and I didn't start watching it again. I quit watching it when my daughter was like 13 or 14,
Yeah.
and we had a wrestling
Look it
we
up,
had a
Lon.
we had a wrestling
Hey,
one of
Brenda.
the circuits here. Hello, Brenda. One
Brenda.
of the circuits here was out of Tulsa. A guy who eventually became a ringside announcer, Jr. Uh, John Ross. He owned the Tulsa Wrestling Federation, and then he eventually sold it to WWF and then
But
WWE. But
yeah.
anyways, so we'd have wrestling here quite a bit, in Oklahoma, especially up in Tulsa. So my daughter went up there along with a couple of her friends, and they didn't like the way, I don't know who the hell it was. Some bunch of wrestlers got into it, and other wrestlers, and of course fans from one side were arguing with fans from the other, and they ended
Mm.
up getting knocked down and kicked around and kind
Right.
of beat up on. And I said, "That's it." From that, when she came home that night, and I saw the state she was in, it's like, nope, no more. You're not going to any more wrestling, or will we be watching it on television? You need to find something else more entertaining. So,
Yeah.
and I didn't watch it, which killed my ex brother-in-law because he was addicted to that stuff, and he'd come down for Christmas and flop down on the couch and turn it on, and I'd reach over and turn it back off. Says, not allowed in this house. And
Uh-huh.
you're like, what? You guys have
Yeah.
always done it before. I said, yeah, well, things change, and I didn't start watching again until about 2015, and I'm not one of these that believes that it's real. I believe that people get hurt because they're stunt men. That's all they're doing is
Yep.
stunts,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But yeah, some of them people get hurt,
Yep.
and but I mean, there was probably a time back in the late mid 60s or even the early 60s that it was probably late 50s that it was probably more real than it ever was.
Mm-hmm. I remember that time when Hulk Hogan dropped that. Oh God, who's that comedian? He ended up on.
Oh,
He was on
Andy
that one of
Kaufman?
those. Huh?
yeah,
Andy Kaufman?
yeah,
No,
Andy Kaufman.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
The other, he had his own talk show up in Seattle,
Oh
and
hell, I wouldn't know anybody in Seattle.
Richard Belzer. Richard
Oh,
Belzer.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Richard Belfer. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
I
he
didn't think of him as a comedian because of his time on Law and Order.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Well,
I was, yeah, you're
he
You
right. He
said the
was.
guy on Law and
demonstrated
Order, I would have known.
the sleeper hold on him, and it worked because as soon as he let go,
He
he
let
fell
go of him,
back
and then he
just,
cut his head, and he ended up
yep,
suing over that. It's like,
yep,
well, you wanted to see it, smart ass. It's your own
yep.
problem.
Yeah.
John Stossel got
Oh yeah,
the
John
shit slapped
Stossel.
out of him.
Yep.
Does that
Mhm.
feel fake to you? Because granted, those hits can hurt. Let's see.
Okay.
Your half
Okay.
sister slept with a band member from Adam and the Ants when she
Yeah.
was 15, 16 years old. Tis, tis, tis. Probably more than one member knowing her. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. We've all got family members like that somewhere.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, so yeah, there's been a few times people got the snot slapped out of them. John
Yeah.
Stossel, Andy Kaufman,
And he
you
Yep.
know,
fell.
but
Hmm.
yeah, and that thing with Andy Kaufman though, I'm not sure, but what it wasn't just a put on for his, but he did get himself into a lot of trouble with his, he played really stupid. He did really stupid stuff,
Hey, Jim.
Yeah.
and
Hey,
oh, Jim, hello, Mister
Jim.
Beauchart. But yeah, so like I said, they're stunt people. They're
Yep.
doing the same,
Hmm.
and there's a lot of times stuntmen get injured. Sometimes they get killed.
Yep.
Mm.
It's like the Dukes of Hazzard. They had one of the cameramen fell off the back of a camera rig on a truck. They were doing a high speed chase, and he fell off and got ran over.
I
Oh.
see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that was in the first season. That's when they were still filming in Georgia, and it was not too long after that they moved it to moved it out to Hollywood or out to L.A. But yeah, so
Yeah.
but yeah, they were doing it. I can't remember what the stunt was. I've heard John Schneider talk about it. So.
Right. Back in the when I was just starting out in comedy, there was This guy, he was starting out about the same time I did, and his notoriety is he climbed one of the skyscrapers here in Denver,
Oh,
and he was known as the Human Fly. And he not only did it in Denver, but he did it in Minneapolis as
right.
well.
Oh, okay.
And he wanted to be a stuntman, and he just used rock climbing gear and went
I,
up.
I he got arrested though, didn't he? A
Yes,
couple
he
of times.
did. Yes, he did.
Yeah, because uh I remember about the story about out of Denver, and I
Mm,
because he made it on the news. So,
yep. And
but
then he got a job managing a comedy club in Colorado Springs that
oh,
I got to work at. And sadly, he passed away about a year and a half ago. I think he had cancer.
Mm.
He
yeah,
was also an Army Ranger, I believe. Yeah. So he was in really good physical shape to do something like that. He wanted to
yeah,
be
want to
a
be a
stunt.
stuntman. Yeah,
Yep.
Mhm.
Instead, you can find on YouTube he does infomercials
Oh,
for
okay.
some kind of water, uh, I guess, filtration system.
Mm.
yeah, probably United Water or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
it's pretty
I saw,
popular these days
yeah,
doing
I
those
sold
sort of
one of them
things.
damn waters, or well, I tried selling them.
Yeah.
Tried selling them. You, yeah, what? That was a ripoff.
Yeah.
All that
Mhm.
was a financing scheme. And of course,
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
that along with it's like Amway is. They once you
And
get hired on, then they want you to hire somebody and train them and like
Shackley.
yeah, yeah, Shackley's, yeah,
Yeah,
Mhm.
but it's a Ponzi scam or
yeah,
Ponzi scheme.
yeah,
That's right. Mhm.
yeah, yeah. There's speaking of Ponzi, there's a mention in
Oh,
Downton Abbey. He had run into his lordship had run into some money. He'd made some bad investments during World War I, and he put all of his money into the Canadian railroad system, and it was supposed to be a win-win-win situation. I mean, he put all the capital of his estate into it, and uh, it
yeah.
turns out that then the Canadian government, took over all the railroads, and so he lost.
Ah, they nationalized it.
Yeah, they nationalized it, and he lost everything. So, anyways, long story short, he has his who the guy who becomes eventually it's his actual heir, like a fifth cousin or something like that,
Right.
and but he eventually marries the oldest daughter too. So it's his son-in-law and his heir, and he ends up coming into some money, quite a bit of money, and he offers, he says, uh, well, I'll buy into the farm. I'll put my money. I'll have half ownership. And so, anyways, they were talking about it. He says, investments and wanting to do this and do that, and the younger heir want to do some more serious common sense things. And he says, well, I heard about this guy, and I think his name is Charles Ponzi, and he's supposed to really give back a good return on your
Yeah.
money. So
Yeah.
Ponzi even got mentioned in Downton Abbey. So
Yeah.
because that's when he started. It was back in the you know
Yep. Hmm.
after World War II.
Yep. And then he had it named after him.
Then he had
Yep.
it named after him.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. How would you feel that your history has been recorded with your surname as
Yes,
something that is as
Yeah.
nefarious as
is
Yeah.
that?
that
Yeah,
really is?
yeah, yeah.
And anybody with that surname is now
And who's the
mud.
guy? Who's the guy from Enron that did that?
Oh yeah. That. Oh God. Ah.
I'm looking it up.
Anyone. I'll
Enron.
have
Yeah.
to.
In? I'm looking it up.
Abramov.
Who?
Abramov.
Abramov.
Yeah.
No, that's not who I'm thinking of.
Enron scandal and
Maybe that's not. Maybe it wasn't
Yeah.
Enron.
What
Arthur
about
and
Kenneth Lay?
yeah, Kenneth
Who's
Lay. Yep.
Yeah? Who is he? The one that went to prison? Uh, which
Because
one
I
of it
said
was?
Ken. I
Well,
said it's something to do with Ken, so that must be
yeah.
the.
I'm trying to think. Uh, he ended up his wife in he ended up putting a lot of his money into his wife's name, and they went after her for it. I
Hmm.
thought that was part of Enron, but maybe it was during that time period. Uh,
Yeah.
he had a big, like a Ponzi scheme, but it
Hmm.
was uh, very synonymous with. And apparently they didn't use his name like they did Ponzi because I can't remember this guy's last name. Uh,
Oh, the other guy was Jeffrey Skilling.
hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, this is an older guy. Is it Murdoch?
Yep.
Murdoch?
Oh, not yeah, there
Uh,
was another scandal.
yeah, it was
Uh,
another scam. Maybe it
Bernie
wasn't his.
Madoff. Bernie
Who?
Madoff.
Bernie
Mer-
Madoff. Yeah.
Madoff. That was
Yeah.
it. Yeah, he made
Hmm.
off with all the money. Yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah. It was in that somewhere in that give
Hmm.
or take 10-year period that they
Yeah.
both all of that happened and all during that same.
Late
Yeah, Bernie
late
Madoff.
90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Yep. Hmm.
That was Brian here. I didn't even say hi to him. Well,
Yeah.
hello, Brian. I
Brian.
didn't see you pop in, and Brenda, I did see you pop in. I said hi,
Hmm.
uh,
Did you
but
say
anyway,
hi to
yeah,
Mark R. White?
yes, I did a couple of times.
All right.
Yeah,
Just wanted to
yes,
make sure
I did. Yeah,
because you are
because I said
69.
yes.
You're
Yeah,
getting older.
I'm older.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my friends, he says, wow, I forgot you is one of the kids I grew up with, and since I'd known him since well, as far as I could remember, we all grew up in the same neighborhood together, and since we were before we were toddlers even. But
Oh.
he texted me today and he says, "Man, I forgot your birthday is 5 days before mine." He says, "How's it feel? How's it feel, old man?" And I said, "Well, I might be another year older, but I'm damn sure not another year wiser.
Yep.
I might be older, but I ain't wiser." So,
Hey, we got Gary Bent Rail.
Hello,
hey, Gary,
Gary.
get rail.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Yeah, they're slowly filtering in. Now we're up to
Yeah.
14 now, so yeah, that's pretty good.
Hmm.
Charles, did you get any good stuff?
Um, well, uh, we got mostly what we got was stuff to do, decorations for my dad's and grandparents' gravestones. Um,
Oh,
Sadly, we didn't get a lot because there wasn't an awful lot of Christmas stuff there.
right.
Um, they closed down the cemetery on Halloween, so we've got to get all this stuff like out of season, get the decorations made, and get them up there before they close the place down
Hmm.
Oh.
for the season. They'll reopen again in like April or something.
Oh, really? Oh, is it
Yeah,
because of the bad weather or?
I don't know. This is just a new thing that started happening like 3 years ago or so, or maybe 5 years ago or
Mhm.
so. They used to have the place open all year long. You could go in at any time and decorate gravestones, and then all of a
Yeah,
sudden, a few years ago, they're just nope. We drove up there one day and the gates were closed,
Yeah.
and all there is like it's a pair of gates that swing open, and
right.
there's a metal rod that goes in the ground to sort of close them.
Yeah.
And so we just I pulled the rods out, opened the gates, and we went and did our stuff. And then the guy who was the
Okay.
groundskeeper
Yeah,
saw what
yeah.
had happened. Saw what had happened. Tromped out of his house and started yelling at us and saying those gates are locked for a reason. And I'm thinking to myself, that's not a lock. that stupid pole in the ground is not a lock, and
No, it's
if
just
you're going to
shut.
be doing
Yeah.
something like this, you need to put up a big sign that says so.
Yep.
Right.
In other
Mm.
words, the groundskeeper doesn't want to get out there and maintain it during the winter
Right.
time when it's cold.
That
So,
could be, but he passed away like last year or so,
oh,
and those rules have not changed. So it might be that the cemetery association has wants to follow suit on that. Perhaps it's an insurance thing.
Yeah.
it could
Or
be.
they've
Yeah.
had vandalism problems.
Yeah.
Possibly. Yeah.
I don't know.
Somebody
It's a
knocking
small
over
graveyard.
headstones.
I've never
Hello,
seen
Jim.
anybody anything get vandalized.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. It just seems odd. I've never
And
heard of a
burning.
cemetery
Yeah.
shutting down even during the winter.
Yeah. Mm.
I mean, it might be, of course,
Too cold to bury somebody.
Mm.
they bury them in December. They die in December. They bury them in December. At
Well,
least out at
Well,
the
yeah, that's a different thing though.
get the pickaxe out. Chip away at that
they
permafrost.
got backhoes.
Yep.
That's what they use. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hello, Jim. I didn't know if you heard me say that, but anyways. Yeah. Wow, we went down that.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah. Kind of went
Mhm.
down. That was a dark rabbit hole we just went down.
Yeah. Mm.
But yeah. Anyways, but I started rolling my own cigarettes.
Well,
And
Nice.
good.
I'd gotten one electric rolling machine, and it was kind of slow. It was inexpensive too. It wasn't real expensive, and it was a little bit slow. And I was having mixed results. And I used one of my other pipe tobaccos that apparently was a little bit too moist, and it jammed that thing up like a son of a bitch. I mean, talk about, it's amazing because what it did is because it uses it's an injector rather than a rolling machine. It's an injector machine, so it has to. But on the first one, it had a corkscrew thing that
Good point,
it,
Steve.
it milled it down. Took the tobacco through and milled it, put it down this tube, and then this slid up on the tube, and then it slowly pushed it off. Well, that's fine, except that if you get something that's just a little bit too moist, well, it starts packing up in there, and then it gets hot. Then
That's
it,
what she said.
yeah, then not
Not
to
to
Not
you,
to
you.
you.
but anyways, but yeah, so and then it got hot, and it turned it into just like, yeah. So I had to tear that. I took
It
it
turned
apart,
into what, Lloyd?
packed. It became constipated. I thought I was going to have to put something in there to help break it loose, but yeah, it did. So while I was working on that one, I ordered me one that was a lot better, and
Well,
and
that's good.
I can make it, I can make 4 cigarettes on it,
Mhm.
uh, compared to one, during the time it takes for me to make one on that one. So,
Cool.
and it uses a different system, so it doesn't uh it doesn't have that problem. One, it doesn't use a corkscrew. It actually has you, and it literally just shoves this tube out there and then pulls back and leaves the tobacco in there, and it's pretty quick. But yeah. So,
Good.
and it also makes my cigarettes more uniform because sometimes they'll be packed either not enough. You'll be smoking them and the fire will fall off. Like so. Ah, there's Uncle Bill. But I did go out today because I didn't want to use. All right, why the hell is it? Oh, there we go.
Oh,
I didn't want to
there's
use the good
Bill.
pipe tobacco. Hello, Bill. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Hello.
But I didn't want to use it all
Howdy,
on
Bill.
my cigarettes because I want to keep. So what I did is I took Paco's advice and I bought some cigarette rolling tobacco and mixed it in with a little bit of my flavored tobaccos, and it makes it pack better. It makes it
Right.
gives a
Mhm.
good taste, and
Mhm.
it's Turkish and
Turkish.
Egyptian, yes, turkey's
Huh?
tobacco. Probably camel shit. Ground up.
Yeah. Hmm. Now you need a fez when you smoke that. Yeah.
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 Whoop, can't hear you, Bill. You're gonna.
Start spinning around. You could be a whirling dervisher.
Yeah. No. Go back in there and reselect your mic again.
Yeah, there you go. Another Windows update.
Unselect and then reselect. That's what I
Yeah.
had to do too.
Mhm.
Charles did too.
Mm.
Okay, it's working now, but
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay! Yay!
telling you, there are two instances of the same device in
Yep.
when you click on the
Yep.
the audio thing, and it pops up, and there's default line 2, blah 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 blah, and then there's the other one is just line 2. It doesn't say default, but it's the
Right.
same device,
Yes, I know.
and
I know.
Mhm.
it was on the one that worked last week, which no longer
Hmm.
works. I got to select the other one. Now next week when I come in, that other one will work. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
Weirdest one.
Mine does the same thing.
At least
When
I
I
know how
came
to
on
fix
here
it anyway.
tonight,
Yeah.
I tested it earlier to make sure because I'm going through this different system and
Mhm.
it just oh well.
Well, you know what? As long as it's working, right? How do I sound?
Yeah,
Man,
good.
that was
Sound okay?
Not overdriven, just
no, it's
Just
perfect.
nice dulcet
right.
tone.
Dulcet tones. Yeah, that's me. I hear that all the time. If I had a nickel, I wouldn't have anything because nobody's ever said that about me. Dulcet tones.
Oh, I hear
No,
it
no,
about once. I hear it about once a week on Thursday nights.
Do
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to use my dulcet tones.
Yeah.
I mean, I have heard it before, actually. And I think it was already the last time too.
Probably. Yeah.
But
And he's the one who uses it on me too. So yeah.
Mhm.
How's your day been, Bill?
well, it could have been easy. In
Could have.
fact, John was there. That's my boss, my friend.
Right.
Known John a long time. He was there, and so was Tammy. And really slow. And I was thinking, let me use some time, and I'll go home. Actually, if I knew they were coming, I might have even not gone and said, "Hey, let me use some time. You're going to be there anyway. It's a really slow day." And
Yeah.
Monday morning, right now, there's no league in the morning, so it's actually a very slow day. It's the only morning I get to show up an hour before we open instead of 2 hours or 3 hours before we open,
Right.
because I open the doors early. I mean, we don't open till 11 in the fall.
Right.
And it may seem, wow, that's really nice. No, we're also open till 2 a.m. in the pool. It's still a long day. It's just that
Oh
we
yeah.
shifted,
Yeah.
because it's not that busy in the morning. But there's some leagues that have been bowling there a long time that used to bowl when the place opened at 9. So we still look at this. I bored Charles right off the channel. I've been here
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm an effective weapon. I am. So anyway, because of that, Tuesday, which I don't work, but if I did, I like Tuesday morning. Actually, look, it's a ladies' league. They're really easy. They have a secretary that knows what they're doing. I mean, I just go there and set up, and so I don't mind that one. But I don't get to work that one. I work Wednesday, where the secretary shouldn't say this. Very weak, nice guy, very weak, doesn't know anything, and so it's more work. I'm actually more the secretary of that league than he is. Again, not a big deal. It is what it is. But I got to be there at 8 o'clock. You know what I mean? And we don't open till 11.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Thursday, I go in
Already-
a couple hours early because that's the day that I do the maintenance on the system. I reboot the system, reboot all the lanes, and it's a
Right.
weekly thing we do just to make sure that they're running.
Yeah.
It's probably overkill, but that's the worst thing in the world
Sorry,
because we have leagues that fill the building on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday night. Wednesday almost 2 lanes open, but that's not a lot. If you have a problem with a lane that you weren't expecting, like a drive shaft just break it. I mean, that's not something you're going to be able to. There's a lot of things that you're not going to. No amount of maintenance, it's just going to happen. You know what I mean? Because Don does a fabulous job. Our mechanic, we're very blessed. He's been doing it since he was a young man, and he's 67. So he's got all the experience in the world. So it's not him. The place is maintained beautifully, actually. But it should happen. So you always have to have lanes open just in case. So anyway, those 3 nights are scary because Monday we got 34 teams and 36 lanes. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So we have nothing for open bowling on those 3 nights. I brought this up because during the day is a little slower, but there's more
Right.
going on, more to do.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
your place is filled with leagues, back in the day, that's the way it used to be. You used to be able to open a bowling center up, and it'd be full all day and all night. I mean, you just open it,
Right.
and people
Yeah.
just fill up. But
Barclay.
the advent of big screen televisions and video games and
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
social media and those other things that people can fill their time with, it's really damaged that,
Yeah.
which is a shame because you can actually get a little exercise. You actually
Yep.
get out of the friggin' house,
Yeah.
eat with your friends once or twice. It depends on your leisure. And if you're in one,
Yeah.
once a week, that's your excuse to go out. I don't know. I'm going off. But
You know,
today I didn't enjoy my job, though, because some idiot in Sticks, it's always Sticks, busted out the side of one of the toilets in the bathroom.
Didn't you just fix a sink or something? Or
Oh yeah,
no,
I'm always
it's
fixing
it's the
something.
urinal.
Always
it's a urinal. Yeah.
Right, I rehung
a urinal.
a urinal and then fixed the plumbing on it. No, I'm the plumber. I'm the
Yeah.
electrician. I'm the
Oh.
technician. The computer guy, whatever it is, they don't
Wow,
pay me.
you're the utility guy.
They don't pay
You
me.
do it all.
I took my truck and I went to Home Depot and I bought a toilet and I ripped out that one and put the new one in. So I mean,
Good night, Brenda.
So that was less than enjoyable,
Yeah.
Good night.
No shit.
No, well, there was no shit, but the wax that
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
God.
you gotta
Yeah.
take your old
collect
putty knife.
shit and piss.
That-
You got to
yeah.
scrape out the old one and put in the new. It's just gross.
It is.
Oh, you've done that, Artie? You've changed the toilet, Artie?
No,
It's called
I
a wax
watched
ring,
my
by the way.
brother-in-law do-
Huh?
I watched my brother-in-law do it a few
Oh,
times.
I watched people do it. Yeah, I know. There's
I've done it. Yeah.
There's this thing called YouTube. YouTube. You can watch people do it all day.
This
I'm
was-
sorry,
YouTube
Lloyd.
is the
You've done,
thing.
I didn't use YouTube to change my first toilet, by the way,
Yeah.
because there aren't. When you
Oh.
buy the box, it comes with instructions. I just actually
Right. Yeah.
read it, and used a little common. When there was something that wasn't covered, I used a little common sense. Lloyd,
Yeah.
you've changed toilets, have you?
Yes. Yep. Matter of
Mhm.
fact, so did Judy one time when I was in the wheelchair. Our middle bathroom, the seal broke on it, and she ended up having to pull the whole toilet and did it. And she did it all herself. And she's like, $110 on if she was sopping wet.
Well, how did it get there? See, because that box was pretty friggin' heavy. You know what I mean? I went to
Yeah,
Home Depot and everybody, do you want me to help you? Want me to help you? And of course, the old man, not me. No, thank you. I've got it.
Yeah.
So I did it myself and lifted it up into the back of the truck.
Yeah,
But it's pretty damn heavy. I can't imagine a $110 chick doing that. I did.
No, she lifted it. She took the upper tank off first, and then took the lower tank off, changed out the seal, put it all back together. But when we changed out the toilet, we had the boys come over and bring
Yeah,
it
it's
in
kind of
the
heavy.
house.
It's heavy enough to be annoying.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah.
Because I don't know. I almost looked decrepit because I had the woman at the door. Do you need help with that? No, I'm good. And I walk out the front, and here's a guy. Here's a cart guy. Hey, you need help with that? No, I'm good. I'm all right. I went out to my car. Here's a customer walking down the middle. Hey, buddy, you need a little hand with that? I'm right here. I said, no, I'm good. At that point, it's like I must look like a decrepit. It's the gray.
Yeah, Jordy.
If this was dark brown and I wasn't all wrinkled up and
Mhm.
less fat.
Yeah,
Not as,
yeah.
I guarantee you, nobody would have offered to help me. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
But that's the
Yeah.
whole old age thing. You get you get help when you don't need it, so you take. Usually, I take it because you might
Yeah.
save
Or,
your
or
back.
crutches.
Or you get to say stupid shit that you probably wouldn't get away with when you were younger. In front of
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, he's so cute. He's just silly old guy. Meanwhile, you're thinking nice ass. Yeah.
Oh, and I want to say hi to Jordy and
Jordy. Little shark.
Ryan. Barkley is here. I saw Johnny Droneflyer pop in here as well. So welcome,
Johnny.
to
You're just saying hi. You're half hour in. Hi, guys.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they just and Jim's droning.
Oh, they're
I know
all
I
late.
tried him, but I just hadn't had a chance to get around to it
Yeah,
yet.
we were so enthralled with your story, Bill.
Hey,
Yeah,
you know
about
what?
the
Why
toilet.
not?
I was actually. That's why I was listening.
Do we have a topic? Is there? Am I breaking
No,
up?
there is absolutely no topic.
Toilets.
No
That's a topic.
No.
tonight.
Wax rings. We'll talk about because
Wax
Barkley,
rings.
the wax ring is incredibly sticky. Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yes, it is.
I agree with that because when
Yeah.
you take the old one out, you got to.
Yeah.
You can get a big
Wash your
chunk out by
hands.
grabbing there's a liner. It has a plastic
Right. And if you get the liner out, right.
You get that, it gets a lot of it, but it doesn't get all of it. And you want to clean it all out. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess you don't have to. You could just let the new wax squish over the old wax like that. But
Mhm.
I cleaned it out, and there's just big
Yeah.
chunks of stuff. And I think I kicked
the
one and I
torch.
stepped on it and dragged it across the floor. And then cleaning that stuff up because that's what you want. You want heavy wax, a film of it on your
Yes, we are, Don.
tile on your tile floor.
Mhm.
Yeah.
To get wet when somebody washes their hands and goes like that or whatever, and have
long as
water,
you have cameras
water
in
sitting
there.
on top of that invisible wax layer.
Yeah.
That's what you want in a business. That's
Woo!
Yeah.
Hey.
Only if you have a camera in there so that you can put it on YouTube later.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I thought about it later. It's our fault to talk. I mean, we've replaced stuff because they steal. Here's what happened originally with that bathroom. That toilet actually was put in by plumbers, and they charge $1 bazillion. Just because that's an actual number. They charged a lot of effing money, to do something that we've all done. So it's like, nah, we'll do it this time. But they put that one in, and don't get me wrong, it was actually a nicer toilet. It was probably a $300 toilet. I got a $109 toilet. I don't care. These animals break this shit. The one in the store right across, I replaced that one too. And the faucets.
Mhm.
Anyway, this is, you just go to work and tell people what to do. No, that's not it. Changing out transformers, fixing the camera system. I do whatever I can do to save the company money.
Mhm.
Because I'm a hero. You know why? Because it's not what I do every day. Because otherwise it's what you do every day.
Day in and day out. Yeah, you can do more. Yeah.
Right. So I have some knowledge and some ability. I don't want to say ability. I can work with my hands. I can.
Yeah.
And it's not. I think anybody can. You have to want to. You have to like it. Or be proud of the result when you're done.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But what goes with that though is feeling really bad about yourself when you don't succeed. Now you think you can fix something and then you can't. I hate that. I hate that. I carry that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, and that in that circumstance where Judy had to do that, I was in a wheelchair, so I couldn't do anything to help her anyways.
Except tell her how to do it. Point.
No, I knew better than that.
It's romantic. You can tell, honey. Every time I go in that room and drop my drawers and sit
Yeah, well,
and drop the kids off at the pool.
it was partly my
I
fault
think
because
of you.
I transferred in there and I landed on it sort of sideways and it busted.
You broke
the
it.
seal. Yeah,
Well,
I broke it, yeah.
You know what? I was about to give them a break because I don't think they broke it on purpose this time. Because they steal the lids. By the way, I've had to replace the lid in the handicap stall once, and that one twice. And the second time, we're like, the lid is like $90 Short shipping, 90 something bucks for a lid, and I could buy a whole unit for 100 and whatever.
Yeah.
So, but I can't get this. I have to have the matching lid for that particular set, American standard set. So, the last time they had remodeled the bathroom in the bowling center, and we had these toilets left over. There's nothing wrong with them. We probably should have kept one. I could have moved it from there to there, but anyway, they got rid of them. But we kept the lids because people were stealing lids out of sticks. It was like a thing all of a sudden. They would just steal them. Not a sign of them anywhere. You'd think you'd see some smashed up porcelain in the parking lot. Something. Nope. I don't know what they're doing with them, unless they broke their own and they're trying to replace it. But we didn't have the right size one, and the one that was on there was a little too small. What about Uncle Bill?
Oh, he says, like your parents, it's like TV commercials about not
mowing
being
your lawn is not a hobby. No, it's not.
No, it's not a hobby. It's not.
It's something we have to do as adults. But anyway, or even kids, or anybody that lives there. But the lid was a little small, but it sat on it just to cover it. I should have made, if they weren't going to buy one, I should have taken a little plywood and a little white paint. I should have made, you've been in gas stations that have wooden lids, wooden homemade lids on their tanks, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if the owner would like that. He likes the place to look a certain way, but honestly, I told them this. They're expensive, but it's a one-time investment. But
That's
they should get stainless steel like they do in the prisons.
there you go.
There
They'll
is
never,
that's an idea.
never ever break it. But they're not cheap. Like
Good point, Don.
without the
Mhm.
flush valve, they're like $1,000 cheapest I could find. The rest of them are $2,000-$3,000. They're not cheap. I don't want one with a sink built into it. Like just the pot.
Just the pot, yeah.
But
Yeah, because you don't want it to be like they're complaining about them poor people in them facilities that have all been, those people who've come across and are living at our expense, and that congresswoman says they're drinking out of the same, they're drinking their toilet water because they're drinking out of the same.
I don't think she spelled it out like that. They're drinking their own toilet water. She insinuated that. They said,
Yeah,
they're brushing their teeth the same place that they relieve themselves or whatever.
yes, yeah.
So do I. Check ass. That sink is right next to my toilet. What are you talking about?
Yeah. That's why
You
you
know.
cover. Yeah, that's why you're supposed to cover your toothbrushes.
That's called a bathroom.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know.
and she was probably what they have is like you said, those all-in ones where they got the commode
It
down
doesn't
below.
matter.
and
It's above it. It's not in it. It's not. You're
above
not
it. I
pissing
know
in it.
exactly.
Although, well,
Yeah,
maybe
I know.
you are.
I know what those industrial ones look, or those type look like. So it's like,
No, there's already sinks in the bathroom. We don't need one of those. Okay, just
Yeah.
a nice stainless steel one
Yeah.
that they'll probably go out of the way to try to break, and they'll fail. Which is
well,
fine.
what
Break
would
your
really
foot
be
instead,
awesome is not only if you got a stainless steel one, get a stainless steel seat as well.
Nobody's going to want to sit down.
Exactly.
Whoa! You'll never have to clean the thing ever again.
Pretty much, yeah. That would end a lot of problems.
Yeah, really hard to
Anyway,
do.
I was giving them a break. I think it's our fault that it broke because I think that lid that's a little too small. I did notice if it's off a little bit, it goes down in. And I think somebody was drunk and they kind of leaned on it and it went boonk and knocked.
Yep.
There was a big
Knocked
hunk
it
of the
off.
side of the tank knocked out like this. Still
Yeah.
worked, by the way.
Yeah.
These are low water usage. It didn't flow
Oh,
out.
so it didn't have. Yeah, it didn't fill it.
But
yeah.
But there was. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. The hole was at least 8-9 inches. It was high and probably 6-7 inches wide, and the corner of the tank is just gone. You can't leave it like that. That's also where the handle is. It still worked, but the hand you could pull the handle right out if you wanted to.
Right.
So you know what I got? I got one of it's cheap, but I got one of those ones. I hate them, but there's a good reason for them. It's the ones that have the 2 buttons on the top. One for peeing, one for shitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I figured they're less because they break the handles off all the time.
Right.
So maybe they're less likely to break it because you're pushing a button versus I'm drunk, I have no balance, and I'm leaning onto this fucking thing. I'm breaking the handles off. So that was my day. That was the end of my day. That was the last thing I completed, sort of, before I left.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So I don't know, whatever. And now I have a problem with that freezer in the garage again. You want to hear my stories? You want to hear all my stories?
Yes.
What I'm dealing with, you have no idea. I have 2 refrigerators. I got the side by side in the kitchen, and then I got the cheapo 18. It's a full size fridge. It's 18.
Yeah,
It's not a big one. It's an 18. Like the freezer's 5 cubic feet, and then the rest of it, 13 is the perfectly normal average everyday refrigerator freezer. And I've had it for I thought it was longer than I did. I think it's 18 years. I thought it was over 20, but I think it's 18 years I've had it. So really, it doesn't owe me a fucking thing. You know what I mean? We spent. It was $607 18 years ago, which makes it a better refrigerator. But I can replace it for like $600 now or less, 500, 400. But I won't do it because I'm ridiculous. So I'm going to try to fix it. That's what's going on right now. It's frosting. So it's a frost-free refrigerator. So when they start frosting, it's a problem because the cold air from the fridge comes from the freezer.
Yes.
So it frosts up. Now no air gets down into the refrigerator.
Down in the refrigerator. Yeah.
Plus there's no circulation, so even the freezer's not doing a good job. So I thawed it out and then came back to life. Said, oh, well, then like a week later, frosted up again. So a couple of things. One, it's in the garage and it's being exposed to, I don't know, that garage probably goes over 100 degrees during the day.
Oh, yeah.
Plus humidity out the ass these last 6-7 weeks. It's hurricane season. No hurricanes, lots of humidity, and lots of rain. So I think maybe the heat. There's actually a heater element for your frost free. It's a frost free heater element, and it
Right.
goes through a cycle where it warms up the coils because the freezer's frozen solid. It's not like it's going to thaw out in 15 minutes. So it and then it basically dries it off.
Yeah.
Evaporates it. So I think they go bad. I think might have been bad for a while because I've seen frost in there, before. But and then what happens is the frost fills up and then blocks the airflow from going down into the refrigerator. So that's what I think is going on. So that's what I'm doing. Anybody got any suggestions? That's fine. All you got to do is take the panel off the back of the freezer, and I can test that heating element thing and
Yeah.
see if
Yeah.
that's what it is. How do you should I go through all that? Because if I go through that and there's nothing wrong with it, then there's there's a secondary thermostat thingy. I don't know where it is. I'll have to find out. Not the regular thermostat, or maybe it's tied into the regular thermostat. I don't know. I haven't traveled that far down this road. But
Right.
if it's fine, and the other thing is the fan in the freezer going, but I can hear it.
Yeah.
I can hear it and I can feel it. It's going. Maybe it's dying. Maybe it's weak. See, there's a bunch of maybes.
Could be. Yeah. It could be.
But it could be that
actually
special
plugged up or-
thermostat thingy that goes through the cycle and tells the thing, but it's time to go out. That could be bad. So all these things, it's like, I should just call somebody. But for a nearly 20-year-old refrigerator, do I want to call somebody?
Yeah, because you figure they're going to come out and charge you.
But the other side is they don't make things like they used to. This one still has manual thermostats, separate ones, one for each.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they're knobs. You know what I mean? Much cheaper to replace when they go bad, and much less likely to go bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
All the new ones are electronic.
Yeah.
Even on the cheapy ones, electronic. You set your thermostat by pressing
Pressing the button. Yeah. They're
contact.
digital.
Mhm.
And I don't trust them at all. I mean, they're the reason I go through washing machines. Is those panels? It's never the motor,
No.
or the
Yeah.
bearings, or this heavy ass mechanical shit. It's always that electronic shit that goes bad.
Mhm.
When we had a front loading washing machine, and it got to the point where it's too hard for me to bend down there and lift it up and then move everything over to dryer just to wet laundry, and so Judy says, and half the time it took forever to clean because it used this low water setting and all this crap, and when we bought it, it's what she wanted, and we thought, boy, this is going to be great, and it turned out to be a pain in the ass. So I ended up giving it to my granddaughter, and we went and bought just a regular old-fashioned Whirlpool top loader, and it has knobs on it. So
Yeah, always go for the knobs, man. I mean,
Mhm.
now mine's in the garage, and like you said, moisture, humidity. So what the worst thing that can happen to it, and which sometimes does that, is corrosion. From the moisture in the air in the garage,
Yeah.
on the contact points like that. But
Yeah.
that can be cleaned up and fixed. That's not a problem.
yeah, well,
Mhm.
I had bought one, a different brand, but it was what we wanted, but they had to order it in the color we wanted it. So I went and we bought two things, and I went and picked up one of them. I can't remember what it was now. And then I went but the washing machine was still on order, and I happened to go walk them by, and they had a better model on there. It'd been returned, supposedly it wasn't. I think what it was, they bought it on their credit card, and then they turned around and caught up their laundry, and then called them to come take it back, so and they did, so
No, when it comes to those things,
Yeah.
simpler the better. They just flat out
And
last longer.
this one was
and are less expensive to fix. Because if it's electronic, then you end up buying the whole fucking board. It's half, a third of the cost of the whole machine. And then if you pay somebody to put it in there, forget it. You may as well just buy another one.
yeah, our dryer, and I haven't had to work on it, knock on wood, I haven't had to work on it, and we've had it 17, 18, 19 years now.
What's wrong with old school tick 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 timers?
Yeah, exactly.
That we've
And
been
that's what
using
it's
for
got on it.
150 freaking years or longer. That work. But mine goes beep beep beep
Yeah, I'm reading the chat
beep.
box.
When I tried to,
Yeah.
but you see, it comes to a point where now where you're forced into buying those because there's so few of the old school ones. You know, there's so few models left over. But
Right, Ron.
they're just better. What?
Yeah.
Well, they're saying
He says, I know, right.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Uh,
I mean, I've had washing machine dryers last 25 years, 30 years, whatever.
Mm.
You know, longer. You know. Actually, the one that's in the garage now is kind of a fancy one. It's got that because I got Whirlpool Cabrio or whatever, you know, whatever their top line models is. They don't last any longer than the no name cheap ones, you know. But
Mhm.
I happen to have one of those right now, and it went dead on me, and I couldn't figure. I've actually fixed this dryer a couple of times. We've had it a long time, you know. I've replaced the tent. There's a tensioner for the belt that rolls the
Comment.
you know, and
Mhm.
they go bad. They go bad after a while. The wheel in those, there's no bearings. It's actually nylon, and they're all like that for some reason. I guess like they're meant to wear out. But you know, I replaced that. You know, done stuff just to keep it going, rather than continually spending $600 on a cheap dryer or $500, whatever. But the board went dead. It's like fuck. Things
Yeah, it
forcing me.
doesn't want.
It's forcing me to. So I said, screw it. Let's see if I can fix it. I went on YouTube, and they identified, and it was exactly my model too. And whoever the guy was a technician who does videos, you know. And it was, I thought I was gonna. He pointed at these parts, and it was the exact same board that I had. It's like, oh god, this can't be any more perfect, and it's doing exactly the same thing this guy's describing. And he pointed at this particular relay, you know, and he said, this is what, and this what needs to be replaced, right? So I pulled it out. Funny ass thing. Well, dryer works fine without it. I took it out just for the hell of it. I powered it up, and it came right to life, and it works. Yeah, I don't know why I needed it.
Wow.
It'll probably be in flames someday, you know. But that was like
Not
a
mine.
year. That's like over a year ago, and it's still working. Never replaced it. Just pulled it out. Just pulled that relay out. You know what I mean by a relay? Like in a car. You got all these different square. If you look in the fuse box, you got the big
Yep.
black square ones.
Yep.
Mhm.
One of those things.
Those are relays.
Yeah.
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 Well, I pulled it out. Breath. I'm
Do that
sorry.
really.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my life. That's what I'm doing. That's what I like doing stuff like that on my time off because I feel like I accomplished something. You know?
Cool.
The small wins.
It's a small one. And if I can't buy the refrigerator, what's the big deal? $500-600 for a cheap one. It's only for the garage anyway.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I try to keep our soft drinks.
Eat your clothes, Don, or beat your clothes down on a rock.
I'd imagine probably beat, although eat would be interesting.
Yeah.
You know, if you can make
Yeah,
your
the
wife
cat is busted, Don.
eat my clothes, bitch.
Eat my shorts.
Yeah.
So anyway, there you go. That's what I had
There
to
you go.
add to the program. I mean, those of us that have owned appliances, owned homes,
And homes, yeah.
Yeah.
adults that actually take care of their own shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they
That's
followed right along with me, you know, because I had an employee be late for work, a lot late for work, because they had a flat tire at their house. At their fucking house. It didn't happen on the way to work. They were at their house, sitting in front of their fucking house or apartment or whatever it is. You don't have a single tool. You can't change an effing tire. So the guy was there. They only have one car, and he doesn't know how to change the tire because they said, oh, they over torqued. They over. She didn't say torque because I don't think she knows that word. But you know, but basically saying that they over torqued it with the wrong kind of tool because we can't get them off. What are you trying to get them off with a vice grip? What are you doing? How are you trying to get? I mean, you know, guess what? In the real world, we change tires on vehicles. I've had tires on them for a couple of years, and they're put on. They're on there. I've had many a time. I had to put the 4-way on and stand on the fucking thing. Literally.
Oh yeah.
You know, you do what you got to do. You might break that. You might break off that stud. No big
Yeah.
deal. You could buy them for about $5 and you just
Yeah.
hammer it out and hammer in a new one.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
to be a couple hours late for work because of a
Mr.
tire
Koshak.
in
Well,
your driveway
Mhm.
yeah.
and you had a spare, you're a loser.
Eh,
That's like loser material. I'm sorry. A grown man should know how to change a goddamn tire,
Yeah.
let alone change his oil or fix his brakes or
well,
something.
that's why I made up a man card for my grandson and then
Did
put
you?
revoked on it and sent it to him
Mhm.
Why?
because he had to call his mother to find out which way to put the jumper cables on the battery before he jumped the
Oh
car.
no,
Oh yeah,
really? That's not like a
really.
man thing. That's like a school thing. I bet you those jumper cables were even marked positive and negative. I mean, it just
Oh yeah. Well, he, you know, I mean, hell, he was
it's
like
they're
he was
red,
23 or
black,
24 years old. You know,
red,
he'd been
Red
black.
and black.
yeah,
Red and black.
And you know what? If you do it backwards, you'll know right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
shit, bet you that was wrong.
And his battery had gone down, but his girlfriend's battery was working. So, you know, he jumped, and they had two different places. They went to two different places of work. So, uh, you know, he was using her car to jump it, but he had to call her to make sure he did it right. It's like,
Yeah, but you see
oh,
that you know what
God,
the problem there
we
is.
go on YouTube. I said, what the
They
hell's
don't
wrong?
know the difference between series and parallel. Just because it's the right color, he might think, well, the positive has to go to the negative, or does the positive go to the positive? I don't know. Well, I mean, a quick Google search will tell you the answer.
Well,
Just
exactly, but no, he had
just
to
to be
call
clear,
he had to
But
call his mother. Like,
Oh, mommy.
no, you got to do it in parallel because whatever.
yeah,
You're
it's
not,
like
otherwise, you're doubling it to 24
I
volts. I
just
mean,
said, oh,
but people don't know that anymore. People don't do science anymore. They get through school without learning a fucking
Mm-hmm.
seriously. They don't
Yeah.
understand why when if you put the batteries in your remote backwards, it doesn't work right.
yeah. Apparently, they
Mm-hmm.
don't teach common sense in
No,
because
no, that's
he went
been
to
outlawed.
well he
Uh,
went
That's right.
to school to become a IT.
we can't have smart people
He got his degree
voting.
in IT,
That'd be
Yeah.
IT
crazy.
technology. You know, and it's like I said, how's that working out for you? You know,
Yep.
Right.
But
Well,
Brothers
see,
and
and they use their head a little bit. They got to say, "I have a flashlight. It's got three batteries in it, and it goes positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative."
yeah,
And what it's doing is you got 1.5 volts, 1.5 volts when you have a 4.5 volt battery.
yeah,
You know, these are the things you learn in school.
Mhm.
But you can set them up not in series, but what is it? Series, parallel, whatever. You say,
Yeah.
it's funny. I can't remember the words, but I know how it works. You can set, and there'll still be 1.5 volts, but you'll have 3 times the capacity. And that's what you're doing. Otherwise, because your system can't run on 24
Yeah.
volts. It's not
yeah.
a
I just
not a
couldn't
good
believe it.
idea.
Of course, his mother, she found it hilarious too, and told everybody about it. And so she told her. Naturally, when Grandpa found out, he had to do something about it. So that's when I went on and I made a really nice looking man card, and then I had the word revoke stamped across it, and then I emailed it to him.
Mhm.
And then I also shared it with his uncle and with his mom and his dad. I made sure they all saw that he got his man card revoked. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not even going to. He started a new job today at the Cherokee Nation Hospital.
Well,
By the way,
Well, it is something parents should teach. And had he been paying attention to what his mother was doing,
yeah, but you see, and I'm no genius. I'm just an average, everyday, regular guy, and I know these things. And
Yeah.
I tell you, they make you feel smart. These people.
mhm.
Oh, you're so smart. No, I've lived. I've
No,
lived. I haven't
I-
had a lot of money in my life, so I had to do stuff myself instead of paying somebody else to do it. So you
Mhm.
just learn and you survive. What the fuck? At
It's
one
that
point,
learning.
she was a nurse and I was a corrections officer, but we had 3 kids. So and they got driving age, 2 of them anyway. So I had 4 cars in the driveway. So we lived in the country. You can't walk. And actually, we had 5 because I had a second job where I had a beater that I used for that. So we had 5 cars in the driveway. Do you think I paid people to fix those 5 cars?
No.
So I wasn't buying new ones. I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah.
They're old. I mean, back in the day, you could buy a reliable Toyota for $400.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You can't now. No.
Those days are long gone. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he started to work today. Today he's working in the ER. Doing I guess paper pushing is for the Cherokee Nation Hospital up there, and now he grows his hair long, and he's the one that I always give crap about wearing a man bun. Well, he
Oh,
started wearing it. He started wearing it braided. Well, yesterday, uh, his mother flew out to where the hell did she go? Uh, oh, New Orleans. That's where she went for some
wow.
training. She's in it. She's like the third assistant administrator of the hospital up there. She's like the third person down from the top, and she wasn't going to be there for his first day of work. And I said, well, that's okay. So he's working in a different department, but in some ways he has to handle all the paperwork that she eventually has to put up. But says, yeah, says because I won't be there. I've I got hold of the nurse down there, and she's going to help him braid his hair. I said, excuse me, how? I said, how? And as I was walking out the door, I said, sure, either shave it off or learn to braid your own fucking hair. It's like,
Good
are you
point.
kidding me?
I just
Good point.
or use that time to learn how to do something else useful.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's like, what the hell? If you want your hair long, and I realize braiding his hair is part of his culture, uh, and they're big on culture. But I'm thinking, his father, who when when he wanted Patrick, our son, when he wanted to grow his hair long, his mom says, fine, but it will be washed, it will be cleaned, and it will always be kept nice.
Yeah, my wife, I love long hair. She's actually talked about
Right.
getting it short. I said, well, I actually prefer it long, but you do what you want to do. I'm never going to tell her she could do whatever the fuck she wants, seriously. But I love the long hair. I just do it. I'm old fashioned.
Mm.
Mhm.
But I
Okay.
don't have anything to do with how she keeps it. You
Right.
know what I mean? I can like it, but I'm not helping her with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
But it's like he's
I know
20.
it takes work.
He's 25. He's 25 years old. And he chose to grow it long, and it's it is bushy, so it's got a lot of curl in it. But it's like, are you kidding me? Uh, I just walked out the door. And I looked at James. James comes. We went over there for my birthday Saturday, and I come walking out of there. I just shaking my head, and James says, "Yeah, I know." I said, "She had to make arrangements for somebody to braid her son's hair. That
Yeah.
would have been all right if he was 7, but he's 25."
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
Mhm.
it's nice that they'll do it for him. I guess he could always
Yeah,
spend $40 and pay somebody else to do it. But
yeah,
that's I don't think that's that bad. To be honest with you. But then again, look at me. I mean, I don't even have to comb my hair.
yeah. Well,
It start when it starts to get to that point, I go get my hair cut. And
yeah,
I wash my hair and I go like this. I use my
yeah,
fingernails and I
yeah.
go. I put a little. Lately, I've been putting. I didn't ever do it before because I get guinea hair. I don't need stuff in here, but I've been putting this. It's called Con Man hair and beard pudding.
Pudding?
Pudding.
Pudding.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Oh.
A jar like this is like $40-something. It's kind of expensive, but it smells nice. I've been commented on by girls. Oh, it smells good. With no cologne on. Had to be that. Could have been my farts.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
you can actually shave with it if you want to. It's actually good stuff. And
Mm.
I did kind of notice when I get a little nicky, it
yeah,
it almost acts like a styptic. You know what I mean? It stops the
yeah,
bleeding.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So no, it's got
yeah.
multiple uses. Multiple.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not one to talk
I
because
use
when it comes to this, I'm very lazy. I'm also very lucky that it's still full after all these years.
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
It is.
that's like no
Well,
shit.
but you're lazier than me there, homie. You just shaved that shit off.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
But even
I
that
get
takes more
lazy with
work.
that too.
That takes more work even than what I'm doing. Seriously, someone else cuts it,
Yeah.
and I just go like that. But then
Yeah.
again, I mean, you got to shave it on a regular basis, otherwise you get that stipple, right? Or have you waxed? Have you had it waxed?
No, I think I should. I think I should.
It's worth it. I mean, it sucks that day, But I was working on a cruise. I probably told this story, but when I was
Yeah.
working on the cruise ship, it was very expensive to get your hair cut in Hawaii on the ship. Even as an employee, there was a discount, but it was still too much money. I you had to do it. I served people. I had to look presentable.
Yeah.
So I was on the ship long enough where I needed to get my hair cut. I was on there for 12 weeks, so it's 3 months. You got to get your hair cut. And so I went to Honolulu, and I had some Chinese woman rip the shit out of the back of my neck. Because with this kind of hair, you keep combing it and washing it, and it just gets wavy.
Right.
And I can get away without a haircut for a couple of months, easy.
Yeah.
But it's the neck that makes you look like a homeless person. You get werewolf. But she did that, and it stayed. It's back now, obviously. But for the longest time, my neck was like smooth as a baby's ass. So I'm just saying, Dominic, look into it. Find yourself some nice little Asian beautician and have her rip all your hair follicles out of your head.
Oh, wow.
I'm sitting here thinking it reminds me of you
Get my
talked about
ass
that.
done that way. Get
This
rid of
is-
all that ass hair.
Let's see, what is it? Mrs. Brown's Boys.
Mm.
Have you seen the
Yeah.
one where she
Oh,
uses a wax strip on herself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And it's an old lady. Actually, it's a guy playing an old woman.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
And
becomes a
his
walk-
daughter, I think his daughter and his wife are also in the program.
well,
A bit
actually,
of a
his
family
wife,
affair.
What's it called?
it's called Mrs. Brown's
Mrs.
Boys.
Brown's Boys.
I've seen ads for that. Is it good?
Yeah.
It looks funny. Is it funny?
Oh, it is hilarious.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the gal that plays his daughter in the show is actually his wife.
Yeah.
And the gal that plays his granddaughter is actually his daughter. It's his daughter.
A bit of a family affair there.
Oh yeah,
So he's a player though, with the young girls in his life. He's a
yeah,
player.
yeah,
He's a player.
yeah. Well, I mean, he
I'm not
looks
kidding,
like a
Dominic.
real-
You might love it, man. You just all you got to do is do a little wax every once in a while, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Mhm. Get that buffing wheel out. Go.
Yeah, get the buffing wheel out. Yeah.
Then you just got to worry about that high maintenance scruff you have on your face,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
because that was too much trouble. I used to have one of those, for years. I had a see, people think they call this the wrong thing when you have all the way around like that. They'll call that
Okay,
a
is that what it is? Yeah.
Goatee.
that's what they call it, but it's not a goatee.
It's a Van Dyke.
Goatee is just this. It's a Van
Yeah.
Dyke.
Yeah.
And I
a
think
mouthful.
his brother and sister are also in the production of it too. It's a family affair.
Yeah,
Oh, it's great.
Mhm.
yeah. It's a mouth mullet. That's what it is.
Mouth mullet.
Like I said, that's a pain in the ass. You got to trim around it all the time, make it look neat, whatever.
Mhm.
And you make a mistake. Now it's smaller this week for some reason.
Yep.
Anyway, but now you could focus on that and make it look good finally.
Mhm.
Mm.
Your Fu Manchu,
Yeah.
Fu Manchu, yeah.
Yeah, it is a food.
because that's not a Van Dyke, because that's separate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, a Van Dyke. It would be joined together.
you almost got like a little soul patch thing going
Yeah.
on here. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. A
I-
mouth mullet.
I cut that bit there
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
leave that and put that. It's a long story how I've decided to do this, but
Mhm.
It's very
Maybe for
pirate.
another
It's very
time.
pirate-like. It's
mm,
very
Yeah.
it's very manly. I like it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Getting one of the gold earrings and a eye
Oriental
patch,
Yeah, there you go.
a
Mhm.
head bandana. Yeah. There you
Yeah.
go.
Bandana.
I
Yep.
must look at. I must.
Oh,
I must
matey.
look at that.
Put a patch over his eye.
Yeah.
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 What's funny is beards are the minority, and yet here on this stream, Artie, you and I are the minority.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yes,
right.
we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, how ironic.
I was
Yeah.
going to shave mine off. My kids gave me hell about it. I said no.
No.
So I just got it shortened. So
They don't like your face, obviously.
Yeah.
What the
yeah,
hell's that
pretty
all
much.
about?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Now he looks like Foster Brooks right now.
yeah, I
What the
do.
hell
Yeah.
is that all about? If he does that, we won't be sure it's him. You
Yeah.
might catch him at the mall, and then, you know, much
Well,
longer than I
guys,
had
That's
this.
why I wear these
I
loud
did have a
shirts so
mustache, by the
people.
way. I carried a mustache for the longest time, by the way.
Yeah.
It did. That's much easier.
Art,
Just,
are you getting ready to leave?
Yep.
Yeah.
I get
Okay.
going.
all right, get out.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Have a
night,
Later,
great
Art.
everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
I know I was late and I talked a mile a minute for the last 40 minutes. And
Yeah,
it's,
yeah, that's what
35 minutes, whatever. Sorry about that. You don't like it? I don't care. I do care, actually. Well, thank you for inviting me, Lloyd. I appreciate me being able to out here and spill my guts about shit nobody cares about.
Well,
What
I
do we got?
enjoy it.
It's
Oh,
message-
you still talk about Mrs. Brown's Boys.
Yeah.
That's what it's filmed in a studio in front of a live audience, and just some of the shit that guy does, or that guy. Because I mean,
Someone will complain about it.
that person.
oh, I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, well, actually, he actually did a guest appearance on one of the Medea films.
Medea.
Medea, whatever, however.
Right?
his name-
And I think that's the only
Tyler
reason I know.
Perry.
That's the only reason I know who he is because
Yeah, because you saw it in the
of the
Medea,
Medea
film.
movie. I didn't see the Medea movie, but I've just seen so many
Clips of it.
clips or promos
Yeah.
or whatever, you know. of
Yeah,
it.
because he
And I
comes
like-
up and knocks on the door and says, "What kind of forever?" It's like what? Like what?
Yeah, I like Medea movies. They crack.
Yeah, they are
always
funny.
have. Love a
Yes.
Medea movie. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, and so he's sort of the British version of Tyler Perry, you know. Shorter and lighter skinned, of course, but you know, still.
The movie's probably terrible. I'm gonna rent it. I want to check it out. I haven't heard anything good about it. I haven't heard
What's
anything bad about it, which tells me it's probably not good. You know.
Yeah, I haven't watched that movie. I just saw the clip, and
You know, you hear about the ones that are actually good movies, like Diary of a Mad Black Woman, and
right.
Family Reunion. Great movies,
Yeah.
funny movies, you know, with the
Yeah.
lesson and the life lesson and all
Good
that.
night, Art. Yeah, there's
Just can't leave. You got now. He's in the chat. Good night, Artie. Where do you have to go in such a hurry? So you got work tomorrow.
He's got to work tomorrow.
So what?
He goes to bed at 8 o'clock or 8:30. It's
Does
past
he?
8 o'clock. Yeah,
Ooh, it's. Oh, that's right. You're an hour earlier. It's nice.
yeah.
9
Well, for him, it's just now 7 o'clock. So he's getting
Yeah.
ready, but he's in bed by 8 o'clock because he gets up at like 2 a.m. You know, it's like, why the hell do you get up that early? You know, it's like, I mean, he doesn't have to be to work until like 7, but he likes going in a couple hours early. So he likes to, you know, he gets up at 2 so he can be ready to leave by 4 and show up there at 4:30. It's like, okay.
This picture is too funny. The thing I sent you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh my god!
That's
I'm gonna.
hilarious.
We don't have to watch it, but I'm just gonna show the picture, the holding picture. I didn't know it was gonna use that as its holding picture when I sent you this clip. But yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yep.
don't date Trump supporters. I bet you don't. I bet you might eat a couple.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay,
Yeah.
That's all. That's all the politics. Unless you want to see it. You want to see it? It's a good one. No, that's all right. This is the politics. Never mind.
Yeah. We'll
Yeah, never mind.
we could. Yeah. Probably.
It's a good one.
It is good. It's hilarious. It was funny. Yeah. So, but yeah, that was a great thumbnail. I'd seen the thumbnail earlier, but I didn't see then you sent me the video. It's like, oh shit, this is hilarious.
It's good. Hey, he works at 5. He gets up at 2. He takes him 3 hours to get to work.
Yeah, something like that.
How much time do you give yourself in a well? You don't go to work, so fuck off. How about you, Dominic? You have a job?
Yeah, yeah.
How much time
Sometimes.
you give yourself in the morning to get ready before you go to work? Yeah, this would be
Um,
interesting. What do people?
well,
When you set your alarm clock, I'm going to ask everybody in the chat too. I'm just curious, how long people take to be prepared for work, and I'm going to give you mine first, and then hear what you because if there's no traffic, I can get to work in under 15 minutes. You know, it's about 8 miles, 7.5 miles. But if there's no traffic, US one, you just zoom on down. It can take as much as 22 to 25. If traffic's really bad, it takes a half hour. All right,
yeah,
just to give you so. But in the morning, first thing, there's rush hour, but it's moving 20 minutes, right? So I
Right.
like to leave a half an hour early to give myself that extra 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I want to I take a shower every morning. So I
yep.
give myself 45 minutes before I leave to wake up, drink my coffee, sit on the toilet for a while, you know, watch some YouTubes, take a
YouTube.
shower, go to work. 45 minutes. That's what I do. So if I have to be at work at 10, I get up at 7:45 because it's 45 minutes. I'm sorry, if I get up at I have to be at work at 9, 7:45, 45 minutes. I leave at 8:30, you know.
Yeah.
So Dominic, if you
I'll get up at 6 and I do all my admin work before that.
well see
Um,
you're already working, so that doesn't count.
yeah.
That doesn't count.
Anywhere between 45 minutes and an hour and a half, depending on how long it takes.
Not 3 hours.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some days it feels like 3 hours.
Yeah. I would. Well, when I was working the day shift, in the military, I had to be there at 7:30 for roll call. It took me 20 minutes at best because I lived off base. Now that was when I was married, and I lived off base. So, and I got up, and all I had to do was get up, put on my uniform, tie my boots, and grab me a cup of coffee, and then out the door I'd go. And
Yeah, F
I get
showering or brushing
uh,
your teeth or even
well,
wiping your
yeah.
ass
I mean, I get up,
how about
shit,
wiping your
shower,
ass
and shave
after
in
your
the
morning
morning, but
shit?
yeah, that was like shit, shower, and shave was like 10 minutes at most. I was just I
Okay.
didn't waste time, and then so I gave myself about 45 minutes from the time I got up until I had to be there for roll call. Now,
Okay.
when I lived in the barracks, it was even less. I mean, hell, I gave, I get up, I took 20 minutes, and I'd get up 20 minutes before I had to be there. Run down to the,
Yeah,
run
we've
down
all
to,
done that, but that's not optimal. I mean, you want to empty your colon. I mean, we have employee bathrooms so that I don't have to worry so much, but I still don't like crapping anywhere but my house.
well, when
So
I lived in
Yeah.
the barracks,
I
I
like
didn't
to
have a
empty
lot of
that. I
choice.
like to empty that colon before I go to work. Sit and
Yeah.
relax.
Well,
I
that's
don't
me
read a
too.
newspaper anymore. I have the phone in my hand.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. See, like 6 a.m. work at 8 a.m. That's not too bad. But I would get up at 6:45 if I had to be at work at 8 a.m. Give myself
Yeah.
another 45 minutes of sleep. That may be worth something. Probably nothing.
Yeah.
Because here's what happens. I wake up. I'm
Half an
thinking,
hour is
oh,
pretty
I
good.
gotta be up in an hour. Okay, let's go back to sleep. And I'll put the Y files. He's got that 24-hour thing he's been doing for a
Yeah,
while.
yeah, yeah. I've done that.
Oh,
It's great for going to sleep, going to bed at night. Because I've seen them all anyway. But they're still entertaining and his voice is soothing.
yeah.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it just keeps going and going. And that's what I fall asleep to is like that one. There's a World War II one that I do too, sometimes. But sometimes I get wrapped
Oh,
up
yeah.
in it. I pay too much attention and then I
Yeah.
can't sleep. It's kind of better to have the one I've already seen them all,
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
don't need to focus on it. It's
That's why.
reminding me, it's just like any other movie. It's reminding me of something I saw a year ago.
Right.
Yeah, this is interesting shit. Yeah, it's very interesting shit.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah,
know it's
that's me. I put on a movie that I've watched probably 100 times, and if I really want to go to sleep early, I put on a John Wayne movie that I've watched with Judy probably hundreds of times over and over. I
I
think
would
my
do that. I would do that. I would put old westerns on.
Yeah,
You know.
Mm.
Yep.
I think
Yep.
my favorite though is of John Wayne's. well, my two favorites is one of them's Donovan's Reef and the other one is McClintock.
Mm.
Here's the funny thing
And
about westerns. They're action movies, but really, you can not watch it and still enjoy it.
oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
really about the dialogue, because all
Yeah,
the
same
action's
here,
the
mate.
same thing. Guy has
yeah,
inhuman fast hands.
yeah,
Shooting guys
yeah.
off of rooftops and like that. You know you
Right.
you you know he's going to do that.
Yeah.
And seeing it is fine, but you can live without seeing. It's not all special effects
Hey,
Mm.
Brad.
like action movies are now. You know,
Brad from Anzatic. So,
Right.
yeah, I that's what I'll do is or I'll put on Man of Steel. I've watched it probably uh fall asleep to Naked and Afraid.
naked and afraid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
trouble
because
is,
because after you join in, you fall asleep.
mm,
Yeah, I guess
That's
that would
another
be the
that's
case.
another trick. I just didn't want to get into that.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
You can't sleep at night. You can find ways to feel tired.
yeah.
It's either that or eat a great big bowl of soup or something heavy or something that'll knock you out. Yep.
Yeah.
A bowl of my wife's potato soup.
Oh
That's
yeah,
great.
yeah.
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 It's like an anchor. Put you right in that bed. What's on the YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, Naked and Afraid.
Yeah, I think that's what I did at your house. We'd go in there and eat, and I'd go lay down and put something on the iPad, and I'd be asleep before I knew it.
I don't even know why my dad looks forward to seeing me every other Sunday, because I go there, we
And he
talk, we
falls
chat, I
asleep.
make fun of him, whatever. We get in a vehicle. Oh, by the way, guess what he fucking did?
He bought another one.
Yes, he did.
Oh
What
no.
did he buy? A Mustang?
Yes, he did.
What
Oh
color?
shit!
White.
Oh, okay.
This is his second white one, by the way. He
Second
doesn't
white
remember
one.
that, but it's white with black accents, black. It's a premium model, so it's got all the extra trim and shit, and it's a
Oh, nice.
premium convertible. $71,000.
Wow.
What about the sound system and the
Oh, we got
in-car
the he
entertainment?
got the upgraded Bose system. That was an extra couple grand.
So he's got the one with like an iPad that goes all the way down the console.
No,
Oh, okay.
no,
I've seen those.
no. He's got a no. It's big. It's big here, and then it goes over into his. It's all one screen.
Yeah. I've
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
those.
Yeah. Oh, it's just so dumb. It's got so many. Oh, it's a premium or whatever their top of the line mark. Well, yeah. I said, yeah, Dad, which means you just paid an extra. I looked at. Not only is it that, which makes the sticker automatically higher. He had another $12,000 worth of add-ons,
Gee.
none of which he will ever fucking use in a million. He turns the radio on, he turns on the air conditioning, he drives the car. I mean, that's it. He doesn't even use the backup camera. He doesn't use anything.
Oh
It's the
shit!
most
I must say,
ridiculous waste of fucking money.
I do love the reverse camera, and I love the sensors on it.
So
Oh
do
yeah,
I.
yeah,
So do I. He totally
I-
ignores them. I'm a truck
yeah.
driver. I don't need that shit. That's his mindset. Then why are you spending all this money for all these doodabs, as they say? But anyway, I really busted his chops. I said, Dad, I'm going to go down the list, okay? It's like I just talked to you about this a month ago. Okay, you've had that truck 5 months.
Yeah.
I thought it was May. He bought it in April. He bought it April 15th. I had him pull out the paperwork. I said, brand new truck. Okay, April. Let's go down the list. Okay, December 23. Not this past Christmas, but the Christmas before. Not that
Right.
long ago. I just bought my used truck, in
Right.
November of that year. A little less than 2 years ago. Let's see how many brand new, not any old vehicle, expensive vehicles you've bought since then. He thinks it's a couple. I was like, okay, let me see. You had a G80 at that time, Genesis G80, not a cheap car, 60 something
Right.
thousand, whatever. And I said, okay, you had the G80, and we went. This is the reason I'm bringing it up, because it's very easy to track.
Right.
It's hard to keep track of how many vehicles he's had. It really is. Been that many? And I said, okay, it was December. middle of December, you bought me running boards for my truck, my used truck that I just bought. And you bought it, of course, from the dealership, which meant he spent over $500 for fucking running boards because he's nuts. So we got to go there to get them, and we can't go in your G80 because how are you going to take them home? So you waited for me to come up, took my truck. We went down to get them. And while we're there, of course, we're there. Why not trade your G80 in and buy another F-150? And I say another one because over the past 10 years, he's owned like 15 vehicles. But anyway, and this is not a wealthy man. He's a retired truck driver. So anyway, so he bought a brand new F-150 while I was there. Anyway, he had that one for maybe 2 months, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 7 weeks, something like that. This is the white one. So I said, Dad, just remember, you had the white, you had the G80. Since I bought this truck, then you had the white brand new F-150. Then you had the black Mustang GT. Then you had the black Ford F-150 XLT, brand new. Oh, these are all brand new. That you bought.
Right.
Then you had the sky blue, powder blue, whatever Mustang GT. Then you had the red. These are all brand new, and they're actually the same model year on top of it.
Yeah.
There's like nothing new about them. These GTs were the same fucking model year. The trucks were 24s. One when 24s were new, one when 24s were still there, but they're selling old stuff. So they got a little better deal.
Right.
But anyway, okay, let's go back to the beginning. G80 in December, sometime in February.
White.
Traded in December is when he traded the G80 in for the white F-150.
Oh yeah.
Sometime in February, he traded the white F-150 brand new for the black Mustang, which he had, I think, 3 months. I think maybe 3 months.
Yeah.
And then he traded the black Mustang GT in for a beautiful black F-150 XLT. It had all kinds of added doodads on it. It was a very nice truck. I liked it. So, okay. Then he had that, and he had that for a little bit longer than he's used to. He had that for maybe 8 months. And then he traded that in for a powder blue 24. Again, same fucking model as the last one he had, Mustang GT.
Right.
First time he had a light blue one, though. So that's there is that. And then this is all in less than 2 years.
Yeah.
Then he bought the red F-150 XLT. And I asked him, that's a 24, same as the black one you had. What's the difference? Oh, this one's red. Okay, so he had that. And that's the one he had for 5 months. And now he has a white Mustang GT convertible. Premium edition. With add-ons on top of that. 71 grand. The fuck? So it's in his driveway. I said, Dad, what'd you pay for that? I don't know. He doesn't know. He has no idea. You know why? The contract. He gave me the folder with the paperwork.
Yeah.
He decided, I gave him 10 grand in cash. He kept saying that over and over. I said, yeah, and a brand new paid for truck. A truck with like 2,500 miles on it.
Right.
That you just bought from them in April. Okay. They gave you money for that. You didn't give them $10,000. I kept saying, what do you owe for this? He kept saying $58,000. I don't know. He better not fucking owe $58,000 out of $71,000. That doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. So the only thing I could find with all the paperwork, because he didn't have it all, they still never worked out because he's going to take a payment. Why are you taking a payment? Why don't you just pay it up? Well, I take a pay. I didn't want to spend any more than 10 grand. You're still he doesn't get that. You're still spending. Yeah, so he gave them 10 grand and they gave him 38 for that truck that he just spent 51 for 5 months ago.
Yeah.
Wow. It's awesome. So 48 he's giving it to them for that $71,000 vehicle. Now, hopefully they gave him a good deal on the vehicle. I asked him, what'd you pay for the car? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? And I looked at the paperwork. I don't know either. No idea. They could have sold it to him for sticker. I don't think they'll sell above sticker. But I don't think they sold it. Molinix is famous. They've got several dealerships for no haggle. They give you their best price. That's it.
Yeah.
And they don't haggle. That's the price. So, but what's the price? I don't know. I just have a copy of the sticker from the window. Now, if he paid 71 grand, first of all, I'm gonna be a little pissed at that because they gave him zero reason to buy it from them.
Right. Yeah.
They're a little harsh on their trades because, and it's all game. They're a little harsh on their trades because because of the front end, because that's our best deal. Because other places will play with the sale price to make it look like they're giving you a little better deal on your trade.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, so he's got a car payment now and a car in the driveway. He doesn't know what he paid for. And then he said, and it was yesterday I picked it up, so the dealer, that my insurance agent was closed. It's like, Dad, you don't need to call the insurance agent's office. There's a number on the back of the card. These guys let him drive off the lot without verifying insurance.
Mm.
You don't do that.
Yeah. Now they're starting to.
Well, they
Yeah,
don't care. You know, because they know it's Bob. He lives not that far away, and he buys He buys 3 brand new vehicles a year.
Yeah.
So they know he's got insurance. So they're not that concerned because your insurance will cover that. By the way,
Yeah.
if you do that and you buy brand new, they will. They may fight you if you bought some old piece of shit and then you had an accident with it.
Right.
Like
Right.
you're buying a brand new one from a dealer, so they'll automatically. But
Yeah.
you know nobody's paying for it. And it's like, Dad, call the number. Whatever. What'd you pay for it? I don't know. I haven't got the paperwork. I gotta go back. Oh. Were they concerned about your trade? Today you want to spend a few days and make sure it's in good condition. Your 2,500-mile brand new truck that you just bought there this year. Were they a little concerned about it or something? What
this Mustang has
this time I think they took
71,000.
advantage of them. I'm a little pissed off because they've actually been pretty good to him over the years. I've
Yeah.
looked at the deals; they weren't bad. He's spending tens of thousands a year, but they could have raped him worse. You know what I mean?
Right. And now it sounds like you're getting ready.
But I listed all those 6 vehicles, brand new vehicles he bought
Yeah.
in less than 2 years, a year and 10 months, and he looked at me like, maybe I should, maybe you should stop me. So how the hell do I do that? I live 2 hours away, and you didn't tell me you were gonna. I just show up one day and there's a brand new car in the driveway. How do I do that? Tell me how I do that. I'm gonna have to get power of attorney and then start threatening these companies to stop selling them shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously, that's really what it's going to come down to.
That's
I'm glad he's happy. Don't get me wrong; it's his money. He worked all his life for this shit. He's having a good time, but he is wasting so much fucking money. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
You just had a GT, and you've had a GT convertible too, by the way. One of these GTs he's had over the last 8 years was a convertible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love it. No, this is it. And I'm going to have a loan on it. So, that means I'm going to keep it. It doesn't work that way, Dad. You trade it in anyway. They just pay the loan off. I mean, that means nothing. And besides which, after 2 payments, you're going to be like, why the fuck am I doing this? And you're going to pay it off anyway. Oh, it'll be yours someday. What will be mine someday? You own them for 3 months.
Yeah, you're going to live longer than you're going to live longer than that car.
There'll be 10 more vehicles by the time. And on top of it, he told me whatever brand new vehicle I have, give it to my girlfriend. So did you forget that? Probably forgot that. That's good. I should keep my mouth shut. Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's 20 years of blowjobs worth?
Yeah.
Brand new vehicle that you could probably sell for 50 grand. That'd be all right. I think that's fair.
That's
right?
about right. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Considering she's younger than my wife, she's dating my father.
Yeah. Well, yeah, see, 20 years, what? At his age, probably not that many of them. So it's 50,000 is probably overpaying her.
There's plenty. There's plenty. If you wanted to do one in the vicinity of his age, he could go 70. She'd be a chick because he's 84. She could. This woman is in her 50s. So
In her 50s, yeah.
Ew. So
I know, right?
Whatever. I'm just saying. There's plenty. Their husbands die, and they're there's plenty.
Yeah.
Besides,
you
buy
might
one less brand new vehicle a year, and you could pay for all the blowjobs you want.
Exactly.
There you go. Yeah. Yep.
3 a year. 3 brand new vehicles a year. What the fuck?
Yeah. You might have to.
He's trying to send me into the hospital with a stroke. I think, honest to God, it's too funny.
Yeah, you may
If you
have
want to see his
to.
nice car, don't get me wrong. It's a great car. But he says, "Oh, someday be yours." What makes you think I want a fucking Mustang? I drive a pickup truck. I'm not you.
Yeah.
I don't need to switch from a pickup truck to a Mustang, to a pickup truck to a Mustang, to a pickup truck to and then throw some exotic other thing in the middle, like a Continental or a
Yeah,
G80
right.
or something. Every once in a while, he just does a left turn and buys some other stupid expensive vehicle.
Yeah, it sounds like you may have to step in there pretty soon.
Oh, I
Mm.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And every time it's the same thing. He said, no, I love this car. This is it. I'm going to keep this. I said, you say that every goddamn time. And I was going to leave and I thought, oh, wait, I forgot my job. You know what my job is? It's to program the garage door.
You're right.
That's something I mean, how often do you have to do that for a parent? I got to do that 3 or 4 times a year because he got all these fucking vehicles he buys,
Yeah, yeah.
And I almost forgot. I almost left without doing it. And then it wouldn't work right. It was pissing me off. I'm doing the YouTube thing exactly like they told me. And it
Right.
acts like it works and it's blinking, but the garage don't work. And I figured it out. It's because they got the rolling codes. It's an older machine. Yeah, actually, it was done. But then I needed to go in and do it the old-fashioned way and make the thing relearn. Not to mention the fact it's probably got too many things on it because they'll only hold like 5 codes or whatever. I mean,
Right.
there's only so many controllers you can have, and he buys a
Yeah.
brand new fucking vehicle like 3 times a year. So I'm sure it was full. So
Yeah.
I got to go in there and clear it off, and then
Start
then
over.
relearn the other the remotes, and then the car, and then it worked, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Complaining. First world problems, I guess. First world problems. I got. Your
Yeah.
father spends too much money. He's not a wealthy man. It's a small, cheap house. He's
Right.
a retired truck driver. And he starts like, yeah, but I can take care of it. I got this. I got these stocks with the 8. Oh, you mean the stocks you told me were mine? Those stocks. Yeah. Go ahead, buy another car. It's your money.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever. You worked hard. Although
Yeah.
actually, a lot of this stuff was given to you by your dead relatives, but that's all right.
Yeah.
It's yours.
Yeah.
It is true. That's where the stock came from. It came from Aunt, one of his
Right.
aunts. She passed away. Actually, she
What
also left him
stock
a
is it?
house that I fixed up and he sold.
Yeah.
What's that?
What kind of stock is it?
Verizon.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's like he just got a new report. It's like 260 something thousand.
Oh.
It was 280 something at one point,
Right.
and then during the Biden administration,
Yeah.
down to about 230. And I said, don't sell it. Hold on to it. You got to wait. That's not the kind of stock you do that with. You let it go.
Yeah.
And it's back up to 260 something. So it's raising back up. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever. Just leave it alone.
Well, I
Because he
think
doesn't
I'm
take
going
anything out of it. He lets the dividends roll back in. And
to roll back into it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the way to do it too.
So what were you saying?
I said I think I'm about ready to shut it down here.
Okay.
So we've well, we did pretty good. We have like 17 when you came on, Bill.
Yeah.
The numbers started going up.
That's just a coincidence. They all showed up same time I did because they had nothing else to do.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I was running about what were we 9 when we started? I think 7 or 9, and then it got up to. And then you got on it, jumped up to 14, and before I knew it was up to 18. So we did pretty good tonight. So, but with that said,
We should have been listening to the chat. I know you're trying to get off, but I feel bad because they were talking to us and we were ignoring them.
Yeah, I know.
That's just wrong.
I went through it a little bit earlier, and I hadn't gone through it yet. So
They said Verizon pays a good dividend. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
That's their stock may not jump, but they pay good dividends.
right.
Reverse camera, great saves, running over your nosy neighbor. Well, I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I guess
Oh,
having a reverse camera on a pickup truck is great. By the
Yeah.
way, anything that you can't see through the a van would also be awesome. I don't have one, but
Right.
I can imagine a backup mirrors makes owning a van that much easier. I mean, I know how to use mirrors too, but
yeah. But I was I went to a place called Brahms. It's a dairy store / hamburger. They fast food place. Well, not yeah, it's fast food, but anyways, they have great chicken chunks there. So I went there and went inside. When I came out, and I backed out from. I was parked right up front where a handicap was, and I backed on out, went around the circle, and there was a truck looked like it was pulling out of a parking spot or a big SUV, and it's one of the oversized SUVs. And I'm thinking, well, and but then I noticed there's nobody in it. Like, what in the hell's going on? Oh
Oh,
yeah,
I
Now the
got
25, they changed the ass on it a little bit. So at
mm.
least this one looks a little different,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Am I going? Yeah.
That is a nice looking car. I will.
No, it's got the
Yeah.
Brembo. He's got Brembo brakes on it
Yay.
with ridiculous discs that are almost as big as the fucking tire. Like,
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, so that he can drive down to the corner and buy his fucking lottery tickets at the Piggly Wiggly. He
yeah,
needs that. He needs his
yeah,
shit. I'm not
yeah.
kidding you. This is what he does with it. He goes to the Wawa to go shopping, and then he goes to
Yay.
his girlfriend's house, and he goes to a corner store and buys lottery tickets. That's
Right.
it. That's what he does.
He does it in
Yeah.
style.
Yeah, he
Clearly,
does it in style.
I guess. It's a good looking car.
It is a very
Yeah.
good looking car. Yeah, I'll admit.
It's ridiculous. The trunk is it's a little more spacious than you think, but the opening is small. So
Mhm.
it's kind of a pain in the ass. The rear seats look comfortable if you don't have legs,
Yeah, yeah,
because there's no leg room. Yeah, I
yeah,
think I was trying to show Brembo in the brake system.
yeah.
And this is that's the other package. This is the 60th anniversary.
Oh,
Of the
okay.
GT.
GT
Yeah, yeah,
60 years, whatever.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
it says it on the side too. I think, 60 years, whatever, down there, and on the emblem, but
Awesome.
down there somewhere as well.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, that's it. That's what I pulled up to. It's like, so whatever. So I'll let you see the next one in about 4 months, 3
About
months.
4 or 5 months. Yeah, yeah. We'll be.
Mustangs, he
Just
loves
before
these Mustangs,
Christmas,
but
I
they
reckon.
don't. The trucks will actually last longer. So I
Yeah.
think he's more comfortable in the trucks. He should just stick with them.
Right. Yeah. Probably easier to get in and out of.
Absolutely. I don't even like getting in and out of that thing. And
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. And
Mm.
then, like I said, he got rid of one once because he couldn't. Had to buy a new microwave, and he couldn't fit the box in the trunk. Pissed him off so much that he had to take
Bought a new car.
the mic out of the
Yeah.
box, fold
Yeah.
the box up, and put it in the back seat, and then put the microwave. I think he put the whole thing in the back seat
Yeah.
because you
Yeah.
can't do that. And he's like, "Fuck, that's crazy. That's ridiculous." And then he bought it something else.
Right. Right. Yeah.
That's something to afford that.
No.
They're not for hauling things.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this guy was backed out of this place, and he was stopped there, and there was nobody in there. Like, what the hell? Because another truck went around him. I thought, now why is that son of a bitch just parked right there? And so when I got around the other side, there's a guy standing out there at the end of the parking spot where he looked like he was trying to pull into. I know why he was parked there. He was waiting for the car that was next to him to come out so he could show that he took that big ass SUV into a very small parking place and just tore the whole side of that car off that was next to him.
No.
Oh shit! Just looked like it just wrinkled all the panels from the front to the back, and it wasn't a very old car that he did that to. It's a nice.
It's funny. You guys, I've been sitting here thinking, and I think I sound really bad because I'm complaining about him spending his money and my inheritance, but that's not it. It's he's got to be careful. His
Yeah,
pension may not last forever. It went bankrupt once before, then he got money.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
he got backfilled. They got lucky and they backfilled
Yeah.
the money that he lost, and he got it all
Right.
back.
Yeah.
It was quite a big
Yeah,
check
there's
about what
no,
that car's worth.
Yeah, there's no guarantee on those pensions. So
No, it could dry up again. Then it'd be just
Yeah.
as Social Security, and he's got to stop doing that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if I sound.
No, you
Yeah.
sound like
I don't
You-
mean to sound bad. I sometimes
you
wonder if
don't.
he's doing it on purpose to make me quit my job, come up there, live with him, and take care of him. Sometimes I just wonder because he's actually said it twice now. And I don't know if it's top of mind. Maybe it's back here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he likes when we're there. He likes when I'm there.
Right.
So
Right.
I don't know. Could be because eventually that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And maybe it's going to be soon because this is silly. I mean, it's silly.
Yeah. It sounds like it's time to maybe get, like you said, power of attorney at least, so you can threaten these guys like, hey,
Veto.
Oh, I could easily do it. He wouldn't even know he was. Dad, you need to sign
Yeah.
this for the
Yeah.
bank withdrawals. We'll get it someday. Here you go, pal. So I could take care of stuff for you. Okay, he'll sign it. He'll do whatever I tell him to. I'm not doing that.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. He's not mindless. He's perfectly fine by himself.
Right. Right. It's just
But he would trust me.
yes. Yeah. And he trusts you to take
And he
care of
should,
it too.
because I would never in a million years screw this guy over. He married a woman with 3 kids.
No, you actually
Put up
sound,
with a
you
lot of
sound
shit
like
over me. Huh?
that's the way I was with my dad, my parents. I mean, I saw what was happening, and did what you're a concerned son, and that's what you sound like. It's good stories though.
We're taking advantage of. I think they're trying to take advantage of him. It's pissing me off.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. That they're taking advantage of him. So.
Well, I checked a few deals. Like I said, they weren't bad. They weren't crushing them like they could.
Right.
But
now it sounds like,
come on, seriously. 3 times a year, the guy walks in, you sell him something up right now. I mean, come on.
Yeah, and they're making more money now because he's financed it.
I mean, maybe they think he's got money. I don't know. He acts like he's got money. Here's a check here's a check.
Yeah, I bought a few things, and people have thought I had a lot more money than I did. I've had to set them straight. Nope, don't. Sorry. But anyways, well, with that said and done, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, and we'll go ahead and say goodbye to everybody. So thanks everybody for showing up. We'll be here again next week. Same bat time, same batty channel. Anyways, guys, everybody have a good, safe week. All right.
Good night,
Talk
folks.
to y'all later.